So what's up YouTube, Tom Palmer here from Great Bar Golf Club. Hopefully you can hear me okay. It's really windy down at the golf club. It's probably one of the better days that we've had in a long time, but it is still a little bit windy, so hopefully the audio's okay and it's not too bad. But today I wanted to go through how you guys back at home can improve your chipping technique and how altering your club will change what actually happens to the golf ball on the chipping area. First things first, hopefully you've subscribed to the channel. If you haven't, what are you playing at? Get subscribed and hit me with a comment down below because you are in with a chance of winning a brand new Spider S putter. Let's go across to the chipping area and we're going to play a few shots with a few different clubs. So first things first guys, we're down here on the chipping area and what I wanted to really go through was how varying your club choice will determine what happens to the golf ball. So first shot I'm going to actually play is going to be towards the blue flag. All I'm looking to try and do, it's a 60 degree and one of the reasons I've took this club is because I want to demonstrate to you what actually happens with this club. I wouldn't recommend this club to chip with. Ball goes very high, it lands very softly and there's not a lot of release at all. For me, it's a very uncontrollable shot. I don't like the fact that it goes really high and just lands soft because you have to be super confident to catch it and get it to land all the way by the flag. If you don't quite contact this one correctly, the ball won't go as far as you want it to go. It'll sit down a lot shorter. Your margin of error is very small. So as you can see in that shot there, the ball probably released 3 yards maximum. It didn't release very far at all. That's maximum. I'd say it probably released about a yard, 2 yards. It didn't go very far. It flew pretty much the whole way and landed very softly. So what I want us to do now is actually look at a better technique. This second one is probably my favourite choice out of all of the 3 shots that we're going to play today, and it's going to be played with the pitching wedge. Either play it with a pitching wedge or a 50 degree. For me, I actually prefer playing it with a 50 degree, and I play that shot a lot when I'm out on the golf course. So let's have a look at the pitching wedge shot. So as you can notice with the pitching wedge shot, the ball actually released probably 50-50. I'd say there was quite a lot of release with that shot. It didn't obviously release super long way, but it actually fed down and went towards the hole. For me, it's a little bit more controllable than trying to fly the ball the whole way there, especially with a 50 degree, because what will actually happen is the ball will go a little bit lower. It won't go as high in the air. With a pitching wedge, it just tends to run out a little bit too much for me. That's why I tend to play the 50. If you get a good understanding of how far the ball lands and then releases, it's going to make your chipping a lot better when you're out on the golf course. But just my opinion, 50 degree for me is probably the club to go for. But we're also going to try it with the 8 iron now as well. So let's have a look at the 8 iron shot. So with the 8 iron shot, ball hasn't landed very far and it is rolled quite a long way and got up to the hole. It's actually gone pretty close to the hole, so nice easy shot. If you're struggling with just contacting the ball with your chipping shot, this is a nice simple way of chipping. I'm going to go through the technique of how to play these chip shots after, along with providing you with a few little drills that you can go away and work on to just improve your chipping technique. So the 8 iron landed roughly a quarter of the way there and released the remaining 3/4 of the way. It finished quite nice and closely towards the hole, but the other one, it tended to like jump a little bit off the club face and went a little bit too long and left. So on the whole, that's one of the reasons I don't really like playing 8 iron. Again, sometimes you have to get that ball up in the air a little bit for allow it to run out, especially if you've got a couple of tiers that you've got to go on. Our chip shot that we just played there is quite flat, but on different courses you might have to get that ball a little bit in the air. So for me, the 50 degree is an essential club to have in your bag. 50, 52, either one. It's just that 48 degree for me just goes a little bit too far in terms of the release, especially because mine are slightly de-lofted anyway, so the ball tends to run out that little bit more. So what I wanted to do now is go through the actual technique that I use when I'm chipping with all 3 shots. It's a nice simple technique that you guys can play back at home just to improve your scores out on the golf course. In terms of the setup position, I want our ball actually favouring the middle of our stance a little bit. I wouldn't say push this ball further back. If you want a better strike, maybe put it a little bit further back. What I want you to really take note of is the fact that my weight is favouring the left side. It's not staying back. What I tend to see a lot of people do when chipping is their weight shifts backwards. They're trying to lift the ball into the air. It's the worst thing that you can possibly do. So what I want us to do is try and feel that our weight is favouring that left hand side. And to do that, we're going to do a little drill now where all we do is hit some shots, but what we're going to do is we're going to hit our chip shot with our right foot pointing towards the floor. And I'll just show you what I mean by that now. but this is going to help our contact on the golf ball. You can actually play one-handed shots if you get good at this. It's just really encouraging to hit that ball first and then the ground afterwards. So that's a really, really key point when it comes to hitting our chip shots. The next thing that I want you to think about when playing your chip shot is your arms. I don't want to see lots of release with the arms. I tend to see that people are trying to scoop the ball up into the air, and it doesn't perform very well at all. So what we're going to do, we're going to keep those arms nice and straight and push through, and I want us to try and make a nice Y shape once we've hit our shot. So I'm going to just demonstrate these shots now, and I'm going to provide you with a few drills. One being the right foot pointing down, and the one after that we're going to do some distance control stuff. So guys, what I want you to really take note of when I was playing those chip shots was that my arms stayed nice and straight, my body started to turn when I was playing the shot. I wasn't flicking the ball up into the air. It was just a no-go. So let's go through now the next drill that I want to give you to improve your distance control and get that, so you can make sure you get that ball really, really close to the hole. Right guys, so I've set up 3 flags. We've got a red flag, a white flag and a yellow flag. They're all down on the floor, and we've got our blue flag in the hole at the very end. And why have I set this drill up? Because I want us to actually get used to, and I want you guys to try this back at home, but I want you to understand how far your ball actually travels. Where does it land? How far does it release? All these different things are going to really make a difference to your chipping game. If you can go out there on the course and get your ball to finish nice and close to the hole, try and get you up and down, you're going to save yourself lots of shots. So the drill that I'm suggesting for you guys to do back at home is actually get a few balls down, practice trying to see where your ball lands. Does it land in between the red and white? Does it land between the white and yellow? Does it land between the yellow and blue? Find out exactly how far your ball lands and then how far it releases. Swap your clubs around, use a variety of different golf clubs, and you will soon start to notice that there's been a massive improvement in your chipping technique. So guys, the 2 drills hopefully will help you guys back at home. It's a really good drill to practice your distance control, how far the ball actually travels, how far it releases. Hopefully the right foot drill as well will improve your contact on the golf ball, and the nice straight left arms and the chest rotating will really give you that technique to go out there and shoot better scores. If it does, let me know. I want to know how you're getting on out on the course. Drop me down below a comment, hit me down with a like button, make sure you're staying tuned for more videos coming out next week. It's a very windy day down here guys, but I've had a great time. Hopefully it's helped you. I'll catch you all soon. See you in a bit.